Hey there, I'm Lisa Hamsterneck, and this is Hamsterneck Living. Welcome back. Wisconsin and I are going on a trip. Well, we're going to Wisconsin. So over the Labor Day weekend, we are going to northern Wisconsin to a small town called Florence, and I am hoping to squeeze some photography in between some family fun time. Today, I thought I would tell you 7 tips for planning a photography adventure to a new location. And number 1 is research. The first thing I'm going to do is Google search for things around Florence, Wisconsin, and Whisker Lake. I'm going to try to think about what I want to focus on. Do I want shots that give me a feel for the people and the culture in the area? Am I looking at landscapes? If so, what kind? In this case, I think we're going to be way out in the hinterlands, and there'll be several forests and maybe some ponds and some lakes. The next thing I'm going to do is look at Instagram and Vero. The idea is I might be able to see what other people have photographed in the area, and it might give me some ideas. I'm also going to check out Google Earth. Google Earth and also Trails is another app you might want to look at. The Trails is good because if you have any physical limitations, you have to think about if you'll be physically able to get to whatever location you may have found a cool photo of in Instagram. You need to really look close at the paths and whether it's, it may say it's only 500 feet, but if it's 500 feet over rocky cliffs and mountains, that might not be my kind of thing. You can also tell from Google Earth about the angles a little bit. So you can look at a shoreline and see where's the sun going to be coming up or setting. Are there any small islands around? Are there mountains that are going to block the sun and change what time sunrise or sunset is? You can tell from Google Earth quite a bit of that as you get close up. Once I've figured out a location or two from the photos and from the research, then it's time to check out the rules and the laws. There may be rules for hiking and when you're allowed to hike. There may be rules for the photography and flying a drone, as well as rules about what items you can take on location. National parks, for example, don't allow drones. And if you're in a local woodland, you'll need to know if the local ordinances allow for it. Usually there'll be signs posted. Number 3, you need to think about now how much time you have and how much time you're going to need realistically to do the photography you're thinking about. This includes transit to and from the site and the amount of hiking time you're going to need. And you have to be respectful of the needs and wants of the people you're traveling with too. It's good to talk it through with your family or your colleagues so that you have the same expectations. It's no fun waiting around for a photographer, and in fact, your family may want you to go without them. In my case, Wisconsin usually comes along with me, and then she wanders off and explores things while I'm finding the composition and setting it up. I try, though, to have as much as possible planned out ahead of time so that I'm not wasting my time. So now you know what kind of shots you're taking, and maybe you know what time of day and weather you're going to have. Now we have to think about the gear, both photography and travel and hiking. Are you hiking far into the woods to see this site? Do you need hiking gear? What's the weight of the camera that you have and the lenses and the bag? Are you going to be able to manage that if it's, say, a 5-mile hike, a 3-mile hike, a 10-mile hike? Will you need rain gear or sun spray or bug spray? How much water are you going to need? If it's a 5-minute hike in and out, you probably don't have to worry too much about anything. But you may have to think about enough water for several hours. Are you going to need filters to slow down your shot for waterfalls? Will you need a polarizer for glare, extra batteries maybe, or a power bank? Are you going to do any macro shots? Get an idea for what kind of lenses you're thinking of using and balance those against your ability to carry all that weight. Lenses can weigh 2 or 3 pounds, and so this idea that you're going to take every lens you own is probably unrealistic. You need to consider safety and think about whether you should be going alone or with somebody, maybe with an experienced guide. Make sure that the park ranger or your family knows where you are, and think about the fact that once you're up there, there's very likely no cell service, which means you can't just call for help should something go wrong. Tip number 5, if you have time, is to practice your shots before the trip. Walk through how to take a waterfall photo again, or watch some YouTube videos maybe on astrophotography. You need to sort of walk through the process of finding the composition and ensuring you've thought about all of the settings that you're going to need before you get there. Remember, again, there isn't going to be cell service probably out there, and so you can't just quickly look up, hey, what are the best settings for a waterfall picture? The next tip, number 6, is to remember to leave the location as good or better than you found it. That means picking up any trash that you see. If you pile up some rocks for a pretty picture, put the rocks back where you found them. Try to make it so there's no signs that you were there, so that the next person comes in and sees the untouched beauty of the nature just the way you did. Photographers love woodlands and they love the lakes. And as such, and because we're taking these pictorial records of these locations, this great opportunity to be advocates for conservation of the land. It's something to think about as you're going forward. The final step, number 7, is to plan for your workflow and for photo storage. You're going to want to take extra SD and micro SD cards, because there's nothing worse than being out and discovering that your card is full, and now you need to decide which photos you're going to delete to make room for this new epic shot that you've come across. It's better if you can just pop the card out, pop a new card in, and just keep going. Usually when you're traveling, at the end of the day, you're going to want to upload those photos to something for storage. Now, ideally, you'll have your laptop or a hard drive, something like that you can use. If you don't, you have to think about other ways to upload those photos, because you don't want the only copy you have to be on the card. Cards fail sometimes, they get damaged, they get lost, etc. Ideally, you'd be backing this up to a hard drive and also to a cloud, so that you have it in a few different locations. So if anything goes wrong, you're not left with nothing. One of the things that you may be able to do, if you have an iPad, for example. Now, I want to tell you, I am so experienced at this. I've known about this next tip for 20 minutes. No, seriously, I just discovered this. You apparently can use your iPad as a temporary storage device. Now, there's not a lot of room on many iPads, but you can hook up, this is a little tiny portable card reader. Your photo card just slides right into one of these slots here. And then you can hook this right into your laptop. And when you do that, you pull up the files, you'll see an external drive, and that's what this is. And you'll be able to open the files that are on the card and then copy them from there onto a file on your iPad. You don't want to move them, because again, you're going to keep these cards as one source, and then your laptop or your iPad is the second storage space. Just so you know, currently these sell for like $16.99 on Amazon. This one is by, I think, Hickaber. I'll put information for it in the notes below. So, fall is coming. It's one of my favorite seasons for photography, as probably most photographers. I am ready for cooler weather and changing fall colors. And I'm also heading into 6 months the 6-month time of year where I usually have a lot of conferences and travel. And I know I'm going to want to try to squeeze some photography into the various locations that I'm going to be going. Some are more exciting than others, but there's almost always something to shoot in every location you go to. So these 7 tips are the basic steps I use to prep myself to squeeze some photography into these trips that I take. And I hope you find them useful. If you do me a favor, hit subscribe, maybe hit the like button, and tell your friends to tune in. Let me know in the comments where your next photo travels or adventure is going to be. Are you just looking at some new parks near your home or a lake close by for a weekend trip? Or are you going someplace far away, maybe over an ocean? Whatever it is, make sure you enjoy your adventure. Peace.